Imagine you wake up tomorrow morning and instead of your usual routine of checking emails, scrolling through social media, and stressing about everything you need to do, you simply don't care. You don't care about that passive-aggressive comment your coworker made yesterday. You don't care that your Instagram post only got 12 likes. You don't care that your neighbor just bought a Tesla while you're still driving your 2010 Honda. Sounds liberating, doesn't it? But here's the thing, not doesn't mean being indifferent to everything. It means being selective about what you to. And that's exactly what Mark Manson teaches us in his groundbreaking book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Today, we're diving into 5 life-changing concepts from this book that will help you stop worrying about the things that don't matter and start focusing on what truly does. Let me tell you about Alex. Alex is a 29-year-old marketing executive who seems to have everything going for him. Good job, nice apartment, active social life. But Alex has a problem. He's anxious all the time. He gets anxious about being anxious. He worries about worrying too much. He feels guilty about feeling guilty. It's what Manson calls the feedback loop from hell. One day, Alex is giving a presentation at work when he notices his hands are shaking. Immediately, his mind goes into overdrive. Oh no, I'm nervous. Everyone will notice. I'm going to mess up. Why am I so anxious? I shouldn't be anxious about this. Now I'm even more anxious because I'm anxious about being anxious. This feedback loop spirals out of control, and soon Alex is stumbling over his words, sweating profusely, and convinced he's bombing the presentation. But here's the breakthrough. What if Alex simply accepted his anxiety? What if, instead of fighting it, he thought, yep, I'm anxious right now and that's okay? According to Manson, this is the first step to breaking free, accepting your negative experiences rather than fighting them. The moment Alex stops his anxiety, it begins to lose its power over him. Sarah spent years jumping from one self-improvement plan to another. Yoga retreats, meditation apps, gratitude journals. She tried them all, constantly searching for happiness. But the more she chased happiness, the more it eluded her. Why? Because as Manson explains, happiness is not found in the absence of problems, but in solving good problems. Sarah's breakthrough came when she stopped asking, how can I be happy? And started asking, what am I willing to struggle for? She had always dreamed of starting her own business, but was afraid of failure. When she finally embraced the inevitable suffering that comes with entrepreneurship, the long hours, the financial uncertainty, the potential for rejection, she found herself happier than ever, even though her life was objectively more challenging. The key insight here is that we all suffer. The question is not how to avoid suffering, but how to suffer for the right things. Sarah now gives her problems worth solving, rather than trying to avoid problems altogether. David grew up being told he was exceptional, that he could do anything, be anything. His parents praised his every achievement, no matter how small. His teachers gave him participation trophies. Social media showed him only the highlight reels of others' lives. So when David graduated college and found himself in an entry-level job, struggling to pay rent and feeling thoroughly average, he fell into a deep depression. I'm supposed to be special, he thought. I'm supposed to change the world. This entitlement, Manson argues, is toxic. It sets us up for disappointment and prevents us from doing the hard work necessary for genuine achievement. David's turning point came when he accepted his ordinariness. He realized that everyone struggles, everyone fails, everyone is confused about their purpose. And paradoxically, once he stopped believing he was destined for extraordinary things, he started making real progress in his life. He focused on small, consistent improvements at work. He developed deeper relationships instead of trying to impress everyone. He found meaning in the ordinary moments of life, rather than waiting for some grand purpose to reveal itself. By giving fewer about being special, David actually became someone special, someone authentic, grounded, and genuinely happy. Let's talk about Michelle. Michelle was what you might call a yes person. She said yes to extra projects at work, even when she was already overwhelmed. She said yes to social events she didn't want to attend. She said yes to helping friends move, babysitting their kids, and lending money she couldn't afford to lend. Why? Because Michelle gave too many fucks about what other people thought of her. She wanted to be liked, to be seen as helpful and kind. But this people-pleasing left Michelle burnout, resentful, and without clear boundaries. Her own goals and needs always took a backseat to others. Manson's solution? Learn to say no. Learn to disappoint people. Learn that having strong boundaries isn't selfish. It's necessary. Michelle started small. She declined an invitation to a party she knew she wouldn't enjoy. To her surprise, the world didn't end. Her friend was briefly disappointed, but moved on. Emboldened, Michelle began saying no to projects at work that didn't align with her role or interests. She set boundaries with family members who took advantage of her generosity. With each no, Michelle found herself with more time and energy for the things she actually cared about. She discovered that by giving fewer about pleasing everyone, she could give to the people and pursuits that truly mattered to her. Thomas was obsessed with certainty. He needed to know exactly how his career would progress. He needed assurance that his relationship was the one. He needed guarantees before making any decision. This need for certainty paralyzed Thomas. He stayed in a job he hated because changing careers seemed too risky. He remained in a lukewarm relationship because breaking up would mean facing the unknown. He lived in a constant state of anxiety, trying to predict and control the future. What Thomas didn't realize was that certainty is an illusion. As Manson points out, we know nothing for certain. Life is full of surprises, both good and bad, and our constant striving for certainty only makes us miserable. Thomas's liberation came when he embraced uncertainty. He left his soul-crushing job without knowing exactly what would come next. He ended his relationship, accepting the possibility of being alone for a while. He stopped trying to plan every detail of his life and started living it instead. By giving fewer about certainty, Thomas found the courage to take risks, make mistakes, and ultimately create a life far more fulfilling than the safe, predictable one he had clung to for so long. Conclusion. So what does it really mean to not give a It means understanding that our time and energy are limited resources and we need to allocate them wisely. It means accepting negative emotions rather than fighting them. It means choosing what to care about rather than caring about everything. It means embracing our ordinariness and finding meaning in it. It means having the courage to say no, and it means being comfortable with uncertainty. The subtle art of not giving a fuck isn't about being indifferent. It's about being selective. It's about saving your the things that truly matter. So I ask you, what are you giving too many fucks about right now? And what might happen if you simply let go? If you enjoyed these insights from Mark Manson's book, the full version goes much deeper. I've included a link in the description below. And if you don't want to miss more life-changing concepts from powerful books, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Remember, life is too short to give a fuck about everything. Choose wisely.